you're probably not extracting the full potential of the tea. And if you don't, then you're pretty much wasting your tea or not giving yourself the best tea drinking experience. How do I know? Well, like most people, you're probably following the script. You're buying tea, and the brand or manufacturer, the packaging on the box gives you this set of instructions: steeping time, the water temperature. So you're pretty much following their script. If you do, then you're limiting the possibilities. The best way to drink tea is really to figure it out yourself. Explore what works for you. You want to tailor the parameters to your own palate, to your own preference. So when brewing tea, there's actually four key variables you want to think about. One, the tea itself. Depending on the kind of taste profile that you want, you need to obviously pick the right tea. If you want something that's less oxidized, that's more grassy, go for green or white tea. If you want something that's more dark, robust, then go for black tea, a tea that actually produces more caffeine. And if you want something in between, then go for oolong tea. That's the first step, figuring out what kind of tea works best for you or for what occasion you're drinking tea for. Now, the remaining three variables are all part of my three T's brewing framework, and they are all in your full control. What are the three variables? For one, time. The amount of time that you brew or infuse your tea into the water. I recommend that you actually experiment for the tea that you buy. Sometimes the manufacturer doesn't really know how you like to drink your tea. Maybe they're recommending 2 minutes. Well, what will your tea taste like if you only did one? You might enjoy it, you might not. Maybe you'll want to add more minutes. Two, the water temperature. You don't always have to reach boiling point. If you're drinking something more light, then you want to reduce the temperature, like green tea, jasmine. They're more delicate, so you want to actually lower the temperature. And lastly, you have the amount of tea. So these three are really the pillars that can affect the outcome of what you're drinking. The point here is to experiment on all these variables. Take the time to slowly dial it in every brew session. Now let's quickly recap on all the variables that you can play with. So you have the type of tea, the time that you're clocking in to brew the tea, the water temperature, and the amount, the volume. All right, all these are just variables that you can edit. If you really want to know what works for you, you really have to find out for yourself. This really goes for all things in life. There's no one size fits all. It's a bit more work, but you'll appreciate the returns a lot more. So thank you again for tuning in to Teanomix. If you enjoyed this, if you found this helpful, share with a friend. Make sure you subscribe. I'm your host, Andrew Wang, and I'll see you guys on the next one.